guys, good evening. Welcome to our live stream. Today is February 19, 2020, and we are going to review once again your stocks. Let's check out what happened in the Philippine market today. In the meantime, let me just send our invitation to our friends over at our Facebook page, which is Invest in the Stock Market, also in our Instagrams. There you go. Okay. Let me just set up our tools. I hope everything went well in your stocks today and hope you gained. Okay. Just checking our connection. Okay. Let's see. Okay, looks like everything's all set. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at all the stocks. And while we wait for everyone else, let's jump right ahead and check out the stocks with the highest trades and work our way downwards here. So just in case you have a request, feel free to drop a comment and tell me which stock you'd like me to review. If this is your first time to watch our video, just to let you know, we're doing this every day. We are reviewing how the market performed, how your stocks performed on a daily basis. So this is our way of skilling ourselves as well, because the more we do this every day, if we're consistent at doing this, then there's a bigger chance that we become good at what we do. Okay, so let's start with JFC. Okay, so I think JFC has reached the bottom here, and then we are currently sitting at a support area. So, and number one, so this kind of candlestick, well, even though it's a red candlestick, but that comes out at the support level, then that is a bullish that will signify that we're about to change a direction. So it's a double bottom. First bottom is here, second bottom is there, and then your RSI is already giving us bullish actions, right? So this is what we call a bullish divergence. Price was hitting the same point, but your RSI is already gaining momentum. Also, if you are to look at our foreign buying, it is already present. So I think it's about time we all start to, for those who are long-term investors for JFC, start adding some more volume, as we feel that in the coming days we are going to bounce. Ali had a good jump in today's market, and we're starting to trigger the MA20 line, and it's paired with the right volume. As you can see here, the volume is starting to climb up. It's moving upwards, so I think people are showing interest here. Now let me just take a look PSEI. I think PSEI also had a good, there you go. It's a good story for the index today. We had an engulfing candle, meaning we ended much higher, and then previously here Yesterday we ended with a red candlestick, and now there's a significant increase in the price. So I think we are bound to cross the MA20 level, and when that happens, I have a strong feeling all of our stocks in the index, particularly JFC, will also be uh, climbing up. Okay, so hold on to those uh, positions that you have with JFC. Ali has advanced pretty quickly here. They already bounced, and I think we will have some more bullish actions in the coming days. ICT, if I can remember it right, we said that ICT is going to go up, and in our discussion yesterday, and true enough, it did. And I think we can consider this part now as the next possible support. Actually, this, okay, 119.43, that's a good area to start accumulating, just in case people would take profit. Okay, look at that consolidation happening right there. MBT, I think is also starting to trigger some bullish actions there. Let's use this as our support area, and it's just consolidating within that range. I feel that in the coming days it will, with the right volume, this price will be pushed much higher. Look at this. These areas used to be the support, strengthened by this area right here. So that's a good sign. SMPH. Okay, SMPH has given us indeed a chance at the MA20 line, and hopefully this sustains. Your MA20 line sustains, and with the right volume, I hope it pushes the price much higher. So SMPH is also part of the index. Look at that. So technically, this was a decline from yesterday's volume and candlestick, I mean. But when the price went down over here, people are still, so this means that not much of them, not a lot of people exited their position because the volume is much lower. So that means people who may have entered in SMPH are still holding on to their stocks. So I think hopefully this will just sustain as where it is at right now. I'd still use MA20 as our area of support. SM, I think I'd say we might have some more bullish actions in the coming days for SM. And let's use this area as our support, because multiple times this was considered as a resistance. Also resistance right here, right there, became a support right here. So I think it has broken out of that area, and just in case this will continue to move up, this is the overall outlook here. It will first challenge this level. Okay, so if it goes up right there and you see some signs of weakness, it will go back right here to create a brand new support and stabilize first before it continues to go up. So that's our overall outlook. BPI, nice bounce for BPI. I think your MA20 line has just been tested, and we will potentially continue to move up. Okay, so this is a good story for BPI. Okay, use 83.95 as your support. BPI is part of the index, and I feel that this will also have the same momentum, seeing that the index, because it's still resting. And let's use this area as our support, 1880 level. Okay, so that is it's the same, almost the same. It's 1881.30. That's the support that we see. Okay, tech. Tech, good job, tech. I think this is a bounce for tech. It respected this area right here. Okay, so it created a support in this level but did not hold. There was a breakdown in price, but now it got tested again. So I think this is a good area to try out. ISM still trying to stabilize, so it's just within this range before it goes up. I think the next course of action here, considering that we are currently moving at the oversold area right here, so the next course of action is just to stabilize within this range before it continues to go up. BDO, I don't feel good. It might continue to decline, and I'd like us to monitor the 145.77 level. Okay, 145 to 146, that will be our key area to watch out. RLC. Okay, I'd like to use this as our support, but it touched your MA20 line, which is your resistance right here. It touched that area but did not really sustain, so I feel that this support over here is already a good area, and I think it's strong enough to hold in that level, and maybe when the market gives you a chance in that area, then that's the time you can probably give it a try, because look at this. This used to be a resistance area right here. Okay, and now it's just testing that again. AEV is just doing sideways right now. So in case the market gives us a chance again, because in case it dips back here, the key area to watch and check would be 49.50, 49.37, around that range. Okay, Paulo, good evening. Fruit and SSI. Okay, there you go. Next is fruit. Okay, still moving upwards, but you're very near that resistance that we see. This is the resistance that we can see at the moment for fruit, 2.05. Okay, so the moment you see around in that range, let's say a red candlestick, then that means it's a sign of weakness. Chances are it will rest again. So we're very near that level. SSI. Okay, SSI as well. As we go near your MA20 line, the price gets rejected. So that means maybe this is what we can do at the moment. You can create like a mini Darvas box right here. So if the price continues to dip, and what we can do here, if you're really interested to get in, use this level, the 2.10 level, as your support, and see if once it reaches your MA20 line again, let's see if there's a weakness. Then that would mean if you see a weakness right there, partially take profit. So what I can recommend right now is just range trading. Now here's another thing that you need to check. So let us say the price reaches the 2.10 level once again. What you need to check right after would be how your RSI is forming. If you see an RSI moving in an upward direction, let us say it shows something like this, or let's say here, and the price is around 2.10, that means that is a bullish signal. That's what we call bullish divergence. And the next course of action will potentially be a TEL. TEL, nice move for TEL. We're triggering the MA20 line, so we're about to cross. Hoped of the Meg. I forgot who was asking me earlier. I need to check my Instagrams. We were chatting earlier and he inquired. Let me just check. This was, I see, Lugarius. There you go. Our friend in Investagrams. We were chatting today and he said he's invested in Meg. Looks like Lugarius, we're about to have a very promising move for Meg right here. Let me see when did the okay. So good bounce for Meg. I think we will have some more bullish actions in the coming days for Meg. So this is our condition. If tomorrow most of the action happens above the MA20 line, that means uh, we will be facing some more uh, green days for this stock. But look at that. See how low we are at the moment? The risk to reward ratio. You have so many the the reward is on a good side, meaning um, we have so many potential for this stock. If you have entered right in this range from within 3.80 to 4.03, that is already a good area, and good job for those people who may have already entered. So that means you're already at a very good position considering this against this. Okay, this point back in September against this point this February. So our only just hold on to your position. I think we will be facing a very good move in the coming days here. AC. AC. Okay. So let us see if so far it is respecting your MA20 line. Look at that. So I think let's just use this as our support. There you go. That is our support right now. 748.77. That is our support. I have a feeling we will continue to move up for Ayala Corporation. Look at that. It has been on a massive decline for almost 2 years now. And we've reached a double bottom right here. And it started to move above the MA20 line. So that's a promising action right there. Okay. Meralco. Yesterday we said that there is a big chance for this stock to move up. And indeed it did. So good job to those people who entered. Let us see if it will continue to move up. Started to trigger our MA20 line. Volume is starting to increase. Look at that. Here. Starting to pick up. So in case that, let's say you have already entered and wanted to add some more. If some people would like to take profit, just catch that right here. Okay, so just in case, but don't sell a position yet because I think this is just the beginning of its reversal. MWC. MWC, we will check because it's now sitting at the MA20 line. If this gets broken, then there's a big chance that it will revisit the previous support, which is right here if the line gets broken. Okay, but currently we're still sitting at the support area, which is your MA20 line. Hopefully this quickly recovers and bounces back right away. CHP. CHP, be extra careful. We hit that resistance, it did not sustain, so it might just go back here. Our previous support, 1.39. So if you want to get in, I think 1.39 is a much better price. IMI, stay away for now. This is a bearish sentiment. It did not sustain the support that we saw. I think I mentioned that we wanted to create this as a support because there was an engulfing candle, but I don't know what happened here. Was there a press release 12 hours ago? So I'd like you guys to open. Maybe this may have influenced the decline in the price today. MPI. Nice move, MPI. I hope that we will be crossing the MA20 line soon. We're just doing sideways here, and this is starting to become more constricted. I think promising moves in the coming days for MPI. We entered at 3.23 for this stock. Let's say we cross that. Oops. Let's see how much. 3.23. Next resistance would give us an 18.4% gain. Let's see. I'm willing to wait. Bloom. Okay, blue. If this gets broken right here, it's gonna be good move. But that's the next possible resistance that we see at the moment for Bloom. So let's wait for that to be triggered. Overall, look at that. You're at a very cheap level for Bloom. Some people have already started accumulating volume here because look at this. We have reached the oversold area and started to move up here. So I think a lot of them may have already started accumulating right here. AGI. Let us see. Okay, think promising moves for AGI right here. Price was moving downwards, but your RSI is starting to pick up. There's the momentum right there, starting to build up. So in case some people take profit tomorrow, and if you believe in the stock, go ahead and consider 10.29 as our support. DNL. DNL, I don't feel good yet. Let's use this area as our support, 8.27. I feel that it might continue to go down. But once it touches this area, let's take a look at how RSI takes action here. Okay, so rule of thumb. If you do a double bottom, first bottom should be much lower than the second bottom right here. DMC. DMC also triggering the lower band. It might continue to trigger some more bearish actions in the coming days. So let's wait for it, as it most likely it will touch the 5.13 level once again. Okay. I think that is it for tonight. It's kind of a slow day today. Yeah, I think the popular stocks have already been reviewed. Yeah, in case you have some requests, go ahead and drop a comment. I'll just stay here for a few minutes so that I can wait for you guys if you have other requests, okay? I think now right after this, I will try to check out our stocks in the US market. I took profit in my Tesla. I already exited, only to discover that today it did a gap up again. So at least, never mind. It's already at a high level anyway. At least we were able to get 10% gain. So that's fine with me. At least we were able to lock in some profit. And let's just find a different one then. Right here. So This is Tesla. There. It did a gap up yesterday. I thought this is going to see that. I see this as a resistance area, and I felt that we might have a look at that, because we thought that this one is much lower than the previous one. This one, previous point, is much lower. Price was moving um, from, well, this one. Okay, that's the reason why it's above there. But good job for those people who are still holding on to their stock. That's another gap up for you. Um, I have a brand new position. PayPal. I entered. Let me check this out. PayPal. I had a sell. I had a sell position, meaning I feel that this stock is going to decline. That's why we put on a sell position. So let's see if this will continue to dip. And I think I'll just wait for it to touch the 118. Let's see if it will not bounce anymore and break the price downwards. Okay, so when you say sell, that means you feel that the stock is going to dip. So in the US market, you can gain in both directions. What's important is what's important is you bet on the direction that the market is heading. For example, this PayPal thing, this stock, for example, is going to decline, and because I put a sell position, that means when it declines, I will gain. Unlike in the Philippine market, when the stock dips, we don't gain anything. Although there was a news back in 2018 or 2019, I think 2018, they said that soon the Philippine market is going to offer um, selling um, in the near future. Shorting, I mean, shorting. That's also, when they say shorting, that's also the same. You go long, that means you bet on a stock that's moving in an upward direction. You go short, that means you want it to be decline. Oh, another promising move. I also entered Lyft. Yesterday I entered Lyft. I hope this is going to sustain. Continue to move up, hopefully. Our overstock is still moving sideways. Okay, so that's my US market. I only have 3 positions in the US market. What about Apple? They're all very expensive now. Hey Google, look at that. I think Google is starting to show some weakness. This is a resistance area, and while the price has moved upwards, look at that, from this one here to this one here, your RSI has declined in momentum. There you go. So I think there's a big chance that this stock is going to rest for a while, but this is Google. Just in case it rests, normally it just rests above the MA20 line. The next thing that I want to monitor would be our options trading. I'm waiting for this to I'm going to show you. Let me see. Let me just exit this. I'll show you what I do normally when I have the time. Just one moment. iqoption.com. I'm just gonna log in and then I'll show you guys. So this one over here, let me just close that and show you this thing. So whenever I have the time and let's say I'm on a rest day, this is what I normally do. This is where I'm most of the time I'm active here. So this is options trading, and I normally trade this when this the current price profit shows 95% to 99%. And just an FYI, this kind of trading is a bit riskier, but look at that, you can trade at a much lower price. Let's say with just $1, if you just want to exercise your technical analysis, at least you can manage your risk here, because with as low as $1 you can already start trading. So this is how I also started. I started trading with just $1 per trade, and right now I have somehow started increasing it to $3 to $5 per trade. At least we are still at a manageable level. For example, I feel that this stock is going to go down, and in the next 1 minute it will go down. Okay, there you go. So for example, I still have 49 seconds before in the next 49 seconds I should be able to place my order, because in my 1 minute time frame here, that means we will just have to wait. If this goes down, if this ends below the line that I entered, that means I gain 84%, which is 0.84. So I'm just using my testing account right now. So if it goes down, let's see if it will. Yep, looks like it will. You can also have multiple trades. For example, this one. So if you want to also use this as your virtual trading account, then you can also do that, because we're using a practice account here, and then you're not technically losing any money at the moment because it's just a virtual money. Okay, so we didn't make it. No worries, it's just a trading account. A virtual account. So okay, here's the thing. That's the reason why I don't really trade this 84% potential gain, because earlier when this stock has already decreased and it was heading towards the direction we wanted, when it is a 95% to 99% profit allocation, most of the time I would already take profit and lock in some profit. I don't really have to wait. For example, this one more. Let's try this. Let me just use my indicators. So look at that, MA20. Let us see if it will continue to dip. So technically you're already green here, but still negative 0.27, 0.33. See that? The Bollinger Band is very constricted. So chances are it will either erupt to the upside or downside. There should be a drastic or dramatic increase in the price. See this? I think it will go up. So it's really risky because you have a time element involved here. You can also increase this to 15 minutes. Anyway, so that's just for your information, guys. You can explore this if you want, but just be very extra careful because it has a time element and you can totally wipe out your account in just a matter of minutes if you are not able to exit right away. So I suggest if you want to engage here in this type of trading, just use small size just to practice your um, technical analysis. And do not trade if the profit allocation is just around 84%. Wait for around 95 to 99% so that with just some minor moves you can already take profit. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. If you have not subscribed yet to our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll chat again with you tomorrow. In the meantime, let's wrap up our day, and you guys have a good night. Bye bye for now.